And good evening. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. As we start another round of weather, if you're in Newton County about right now, you would think that the end is near. Heavy downpours are coming now from Newton, Mississippi, all the way over to Chunky. Close to the Lauderdale County line, as we head southward into Jasper County, it's just as bad there. Now, we do have some damage that we want to talk about first. Let me get into this of what we do know that has happened. A tree has fallen in Neshoba County. Let me show you where that would be on the map. What we're showing, I got it right here. Or I did have it. Yeah, here we go. Let's look at this. This is where a tree has fallen on a home in Neshoba County. As we get right here to this area here, here's Philadelphia United Methodist Church, Highway 528. As we zoom in on that, that's going to be near County Road 52830. We've had some damage there. Now, also, I'm getting reports of Jasper County with some slight damage of tree and things of that nature. As we go back here to take a look, let me find my notes of what we've got. Severe thunderstorm watch as we go here. Impact thunderstorm wind damage. 3,000 block of Highway 528 is going to be Jasper County. Is here what we got. The fire department's reporting that. Several trees were reported down along the edge of the road and on a home. Again, that's the 3,000 block of Highway 528 if you're there in Jasper County. Be careful in those areas as we look at that. Now, this thunderstorm watch is until 10 p.m. Right now, we are under thunderstorm warnings. Let's go to radar now and look at what we've got as we pull this up. Here we go. Again, Jasper County getting pounded right now is what we're showing on radar. Above that is where we'll get into these thunderstorm warnings for Newton County and for Lauderdale County. As we zoom in on this, now let's look at the heart of this storm. Y'all see this right here? This is the eye of what we got. Let's turn on our locations like so and zoom in and look at this. Here's what we got on top of Hickory at this particular moment, all the way up here, right there where the red goat is. All of that area there, heavy rain. Right there, downtown Hickory, look at that. That is some of the worst of what we've got tonight that we're pulling up on radar. And let's zoom in on this. Right here is where 503 runs in to Highway 80. Right there where Ferguson Cemetery is, Church Street, all of that area there. Mill Street, Gray Street, pouring rain in Hickory. If you're there, don't travel 80 if you don't have to. Let this kind of fade away for a little while. Let's look right here on 20. This is going to be just shy of Lauderdale County, but it's making its way toward Lauderdale as we pull this up. Let's pull this over here where you can read this also. This is going to be at New Providence in 10 minutes, Graham in 19, and then reach Lost Gap within 26 minutes. And let's back out where you can see this arrow just a little bit better of where this storm is heading from here in Newton County. Here's Lost Gap. This is pretty much following I-20 directly across. Now, this severe thunderstorm warning here cuts right off. Here's Lost Gap. Here's going to be the split, what we've from time to time called Dead Man's Curve. So many wrecks happen right there. It runs right up to the split to get on 5920 in that area. There's where the severe thunderstorm warning is. This will go north right along where the Rock House and Owls is, crossing State Boulevard, and right up to the south end of Okeechobee Lake. Now, this is going to take in all of this area here on 19 out at Freeman Tractor. You're in this. Doesn't quite make it to downtown Collinsville, but all of this west side of Lauderdale County is in this. Stuckey's Bridge, Dunn's Fall is the line. Now, if you're at the Meridian Airport at this point, or if you're over on Valley Road, you're not included in this severe thunderstorm warning just yet. This could extend. But look at that. Let's back out. We're not really seeing just how bad this storm is. Now, I know a lot of you that's been sitting over this for the last 20 minutes that I've been watching this. The intensity has picked up and picked up. Now, Newton, still heavy rain. Even back over here at Lawrence, we've got heavy showers. As you get here, about where the Veteran Cemetery is where the intensity, near about where the red goat is. If you'll see right there, here's the Veteran Cemetery. And it just gets thicker and thicker as you go down. And by the time that you get here where Hickory exit is, it's going to be hard to see all the way into the Meridian area. There's the county line right there. Now, as you'll look here at Chunky, heavy rain is coming in. It's pouring there now, but you've got much heavier rain on the way. As radar updates, we're showing now that the Goodwater Baptist Church, we got a lot of rain there. It's just a few feet, less than a half a mile, reaching where Stuckey's Bridge is right now. So if you have that area, you travel that, or you live anywhere near Stuckey's Bridge, be prepared. It's going to get wet here in just a second. All right, we got our watch box, as we were talking just then, moved over a little bit. The city of Newton is out of the severe thunderstorm warning, and it's going to pick up right in Hickory now. As you'll look at the Red Goat and Rose Mobile Homes, that area right there, out of the watch box. It's moved east into Lauderdale County, and they've moved this over. They didn't move it into Lauderdale any further. They just shortened this in Newton County. Now, this still running until 8 o'clock. So we have 27 minutes remaining on this severe thunderstorm. We want you to pay attention. Now, let's look just south of here, Jasper County. If you're at Rose Hill, look at this right there. Heavy rain all around you as well there. Now, we had a little light spot there before you get to Enterprise, but it is definitely heavy rain. I'm getting a word that heavy lightning also there in the Rose Hill area tonight. If you're watching from that area, you know what I'm talking about. As we glance over, I'm seeing if we had any, this storm is heading east, and I wanted to know. Kim, how are you? Mashana Ryan's glad you joined us. Mashine, good to see you. Also, we have Amanda joining us as well. And as always, if you've got a question, you can throw that up, then I'll do my best to catch it. Iris, how are you tonight? Miss Buckley, glad to see you there as well. As we go back to radar, we don't want to leave out, as we got some storms here. Now, this area here in Clark County, not under a severe thunderstorm warning yet. May not get one, but boy, look at this. From Matches, we start here at Clarkdale Superette, where the high school is, and go down where Mathis Peaches is. The heavier rain you get down to Clarko, but right here, let's look at this. We got a storm that is cutting across, and will reach Energy within 15 minutes and be at Snell within 25 minutes. And here's Snell right through there. Here's Energy going in that direction. Y'all be careful, due east. Now, again, we're watching all that. That's the heaviest that we've got in Clark County. Now, we do have some showers here in Carmichael and all of this area right there where Shady Grove is, and the volunteer fire department. We got that stretching over to Gilbertown, Alabama, all across Jasper. As you get back down here and you take a look there at the Jasper General Hospital, look at there. A lot of rain there also. Down to Taylorsville. Let's turn this off. And let's look at this at Lauderdale County. Now, this is right over Lost Gap, the eye of the storm, as it moves east. And it tells us it will be downtown Meridian within 12 minutes. So if you're watching me from the downtown area, this is going to be cutting directly across, following I-20, 22nd Avenue in that area, up by the hospitals. Now, this is going to fan out. Y'all see this? This is a 30-minute window into what is coming. This is going to come up right at Meridian High School. It will go south out to the Evangel Temple, take in the airport, go out east, right across where the golf course is there at Lakeview, come out by the Girl Scouts, northward up to Russell Christian Academy and out to Rainbow Lakes. Now, this will, even as you go back toward where the storm is coming from, EMEPA, the Coca-Cola plant, all of Sam's, that area is in the eye of this in the next 30 minutes. So if you've got plans, you're traveling south or you're going east, go ahead and go. But if you've got to travel back toward Newton and you're sitting at Walmart, you're sitting at Sam's, let's wait this out 30, 40 minutes. Better, I can hear ambulance in the background from me now. I'm not quite sure what it's about, but let's hope everybody is okay on that. And as always, if you know of an incident, tree damage, an accident, please pass that along so we can let others know what is around them, what's going on. We do not want anybody hurt tonight with all these storms. Again, as I brought this up, we have 2.5 hours remaining on this severe thunderstorm watch. That lasts until 10 p.m. Everything that you see on my screen that is pink is a watch until 10 p.m. That's a lot going on this. Let's turn off locations and look at a broader picture of this. Now, as we see here, this storm here taking a little twist that's in Clark County, in northern Clark County. It looks as though it's going to move due northeasterly into Lauderdale County and cross Highway 19. All of this that is going on in Jasper County that is approaching over here where Pachuta is going to move into Clark County that way. Lake Edens, y'all be ready. The northern end, as I can see here, the northern end of Lake Edens flooding right now. Now, let's get into Kemper County. As we look at this, the northern end of all this stuff, light stuff all around Philadelphia, not bad. As we get into Cab, where 397 is, as we follow this up 39, look at all of that rain there. And this is going to take you out past, right down Sickanacci Hill. Right along here is Townsend Road. It doesn't quite make it to the bottom there. This is going to be on the big hill here, and when it flattens out, the rain is not as heavy, but it's making its way toward there. It'll make it right on around 16 there, out to where the roadside park used to be, East Mississippi Sportsman Association. It's going to be moving through that area. As we head south out of 39, this is going to pass Fire Tower Road. We've got light showers from there all the way back into Lauderdale County. Right now, 493, Damascus, 495. These areas have got a lot of rain on them. Again, two-lane roads, we don't want to travel those at this point in time if you don't have to. As we look here right there at the power plant, look at the rain that's around that. Now, this is the Damascus Volunteer Fire Department there on 495. Almost a little circle around it where it's not as bad, but as you go south, back to the county line, we've got a lot of rain there. Here sits West Lauderdale Elementary, Jimmy Smith Road right in there is light rain right now. But as we go out 19, we're starting to get some heavy rain now at the Pig. If you're sitting there at that four-way stop, that rain is there, and it's going to, you go northward toward the Newton-Neshoba County line, the intensity will get real bad right there at Battlefield. If you're watching along in those lines, heavy, isn't it? Right there sits Battlefield, and as you cross into Neshoba County, backs off a little bit. Rain has passed through that area. Let's look at this. Let's strong and hard as we pull on some of these roads to talk about. Now, here's 494. After you pass right about Freeman Tractor, Keith, if you're sitting there on the couch watching things tonight, right out in your driveway, it gets really heavy, and that's going to carry you all the way over to Newton County, right up here to where the Duffy Volunteer Fire Department is, flooding there. Let's hope those guys don't get called out for anything over the next 20 minutes. Let it dry out. As you look at the Chunky Duffy Road, as you go south on it, as it follows the Lauderdale County line, look at that. Now, let's look at where this line is. Right here is the Red Goat, Rose Mobile Homes in that area. We'll go east toward Meridian. Let's look at some of our roads that are in this severe thunderstorm warning that are on the map here as we zoom in to take a closer look. We're going to notice that Caldwell Road, Pleasant Ridge Road is included in this. Here's Pleasant Ridge right there, and this goes northward, and we'll cross Ferguson Road. Ferguson Road, where it junctions with Pleasant Ridge, let's call it there. Pleasant Ridge Cemetery. Y'all are in this severe thunderstorm warning, and it will move east toward the Lauderdale County line. Now, we're starting to show lightning strikes. Let's look at that. That hit at 7:28. That would be 10 minutes ago, roughly. We'll put that at 12 minutes. We got here at I-20, a lightning strike at 7:29. Several of those during that 7:30 period. Let's back out here and see what else we got going on. The northern portion. Here's one in Lauderdale County. As we'll see, that was at 7:39. We had a pretty good lightning hit. Here's Freeman Tractor. Let's zoom in on this road and see where this hit at. This is going to be right on top as we come down and follow this. Here's Providence Church, and we come off. This is going to be Sickalina Road, and this is going to be on Bogue Flower Road. What would we say that, about 2 miles down Bogue Flower, right along in there? Yeah, right in that area there. All right, let's back down and look at this. And that rain right there, boy, that's heavy. As we go into Lauderdale County, here we are. Raining heavy now at the Rock House, Owls, over at the back porch, those areas. Just to the west of 19, that intensity is going to be a lot worse. And let's go further west into Lauderdale County. Let's look at this area right here. Where is this road? As we zoom in on this, this is going to be Irby Lake sitting here. And this is going to be Sickalina Graham Road, where it runs into Sickalina Graham Road North. Right there. And that is the junction of Sickalina. Yeah, it splits right there. And as you go north on that, heavy, heavy, heavy. I can't stress that enough. Right there at Irby Lake, if you're familiar with that part of Lauderdale County, if you live in those areas, you know it. You feel it, don't you? All right, let's back on out a little bit more. And here's right there sits Rock Hill Church, just to the east there through the pine trees. Look at that. A lot of rain. If you live in these areas right now, let's wait a little while. All right, here's the eye of the storm that we're watching. Here's Lost Gap, the prison. As we get here just due north of I-20 where the split is, this is going to cut across right at MCC and cut right through the middle of Highland Park, head over to where EMEPA is on Highway 39, and go toward the Russell area and cross Highway 45 there. Let's look at where the eye of the storm is sitting here as we look at Highway 80, and this is Old Highway 80 right there. Here's Usher Lake right there. And that's going to be North Lakeland Drive, Old Highway 80. Y'all know where that is. And that's where the eye of the storm is sitting right now as it moves eastward into Lauderdale County. Again, right there, Sand Hill Road, Usher Lake, that area where it joins, that's Pee Wee Crawford Road is where, and Fairchild Road is where the line is, where the thunderstorm warning is back west. Now, the heavy rain isn't going to stop at that line. I don't want to fool y'all. It's just the warned area to the west, still heavy rain moving into the east. Brewer Road. Y'all are getting it now also. There sits the prison if you're trying to find where you are. Here's the airport. Here's the MCC right there. That's where we are as we look at this. Now, as we go back to that area we just looked at as radar updates, that northern end right there at the split, and I cannot urge this enough. This is one of the worst places we have for wrecks right here. And now it is just dumping rain right there at the I-59 split. If you're coming into Meridian, be careful. We'll have to have folks out and about there before long if something keeps up with this weather in that area. Starting to rain pretty good now down 22nd Avenue as you go across the 22nd Avenue Bridge into downtown there at the 3-foot building. We're seeing heavy rain now. This will travel north as you go down 23rd, as you go down Poplar Springs Drive. It lightens up as you get to North Hill Street, but back here at the back end of this, when you're coming down North Hill Street and you get to Fireman's Cutoff, that's where the rain is going to get heavy, where it will meet up with State Boulevard, or you can go toward the extension. Right there is where the heavier rain begins. Our biggest rainfall we got right now is there at the split. Can't stress that enough. All right, again, at this point we have 15, we got 16 minutes remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning. Let's back out and take a look here. Starting to be a little bit better in Jasper. Now, if you live here in the northeast corner, it's still moderately heavy, but not what rolled through their area. East of Highway 45 in Clark County, east of Mathis Peaches, east of Clarkdale High School, that area there, all out here right around Energy. Pouring rain tonight. East of Quitman downtown, out Cooper's Chapel, out by the landfill, a lot of rain there. Now, if we go to the southwest corner of Jasper County, still a lot of rain there as we get down in there. We've got, as you'll see these pop up, these are damage reports. Let's just see what we've got showing here. Several trees were reported down along with possible damage to a home in the 3000 block of Highway 528. We brought that up just a little bit ago. That's Oak Bowery. Let's move down. We got another damage area right here in the southern portion of Jasper. A large tree was blown down. Minor damage occurred to a house in the 300 block of County Road 812. Again, that's Jasper County. Wind damage with what's come through with this. As we'll see here, we also got a lot of rain in Soso, Mississippi, Ellisville, Mississippi, Jones Junior College area. A lot of rain happening there tonight as well as we watch that. Even around southern, USM's getting a lot of rain in that. And this is what's down here. I think we need to back out again and show a general direction of the entire storm of what we've got going on. Look at that at Meridian. Woo! And this down here from Macomb to Hattiesburg. Let's go into play on this and watch the storm as it moves across. You see that moving easterly? It's got a northeast easterly move to it. Man alive. All right, let's go back into our radar. Several storms down around Hattiesburg. No warnings there at this point. Lauderdale still holding, and Newton County, the only severe thunderstorm warnings that we have in the state at this point. Stark Vegas, you're getting a lot of rain. A little bit of showers in Camden, Alabama, a little bit in Silas. Nothing too major, but York, Alabama, Livingston, y'all be ready. You will be getting some of this here in the next little bit as it makes its way across. I'm getting reports of south end of Meridian where 22nd Avenue starts going up the hill toward the church. Let me pull this on here, down by the Evangel Temple. Let's turn this on where you can see everything that I do and make it more relatable instead of just seeing this big blob here. Right along in here, I'm getting reports of some strong wind just a moment ago that came through that area. So if you've got lawn furniture and you live out here on the eastern side, you got a few minutes to get it up before it reaches you. Be very careful out there. We don't want you to get hit with anything. That stuff hurts. I don't know if anybody's ever been hit by a garbage can before, but they do not feel good. Ryan Brown says, all calm in Bloomfield. Glad to have y'all. Good evening, Debbie. Glad that you're here. To Corey, how are you? Thank you. I appreciate you watching, to Corey. Certainly do. Winnie Bartley, how are you tonight? Jim Williams joins us there. Mary Alice, glad to have you. Jennifer North, thank you for joining us. Miss Sonia McGee, so many of you have come aboard. We appreciate you choosing us for your weather to keep you informed of what happens in our area. Here, this lightning bolt. Now, this is going to be out here on right there. That's going to be plant sweat. As you get this area here, the rain is not heavy there. This is going to be Greg's fireworks, rain moving in that direction. Still a lot of rain at Lost Gap. We've had a lightning strike or two. That was at 7:33. Been a few minutes since then. Right at the airport, if you were out there a few moments ago at 7:45, that was 3 minutes ago. We had a pretty good little lightning strike right there at the Strip. Now, the tower is going to be up here, but look at that. Good pop right there. If you were to look at this on the big map, this would be directly, structural steel sits here where the railroad tracks are, just right across that fence in that open field. We had a lightning strike there. Hopefully it didn't hit anything and tear up anything at the airport, but a pretty good little strike there at the airport as we follow this. Usually rattles some windows when we have heavy ones like this. Up by the hospitals, we're starting to see a lot of rain there around Rush and also Anderson's tonight, that 22nd Avenue, even at Walmart, getting pretty heavy. Now, it's right across the interstate, a little bit heavier on that on the frontage road area, even out to Coca-Cola, EMEPA. As you get up here now, hadn't quite, this is 33rd Street where Walmart sits. The heavy rain has not made it up here to Hardee's yet. We're just starting to see this move in on North Hill Street, starting to creep across, coming up right where the nursing home is, right there at Northcrest Baptist Church, where the old bowling alley was. Heavy rain there, making its way through the church parking lot now also, as we'll see the country store pouring rain out that way. We've got light to moderate rain on 39, making its way there toward that. Now, again, our watch box area doesn't quite make it into Collinsville, but look at the rain that we are getting in Collinsville now. Pouring out to West Lauderdale, over to Chet's. This is going to be your Center Hill area. Now, we're starting to see some breakup now as we go back to Newton County, as we move down I-20 east, back toward Meridian out of Newton there you get to where the Veteran Cemetery is. Lighter rain, still moderate rain there at the Red Goat as you get to Hickory, moderate, but still from Chunky onward east into the city limits of Meridian, it's pouring all the way down here to Stuckey's Bridge. Look at that rain. Now, let's glance back at Jasper County and get a good look at this. This eastern side, here's Rose Hill. That's moderate rain there. And right out this area toward Pachuta a little bit further. We get down in this, and again, the south end, southwestern corner of Jasper County, still a lot of rain. Eastern Clark County, y'all are not done yet. It's raining. Could be worse. The worst that we've got there, though, is at northeast corner of Clark County getting the most of the rain tonight. Let's follow this little line of what we've got. Now, this area is still getting rain. Heidelberg, you're going to get some more rain, and I would expect it to even come back across the lake here. Y'all expected at Lake Edens to get another good shower before this is done. Now, we're 10 minutes away from this severe thunderstorm expiring at 8 o'clock. All of this pink area, let's back out again and let you get a good look at this. All of this pink area here, it's been canceled for Louisiana. We've got a little bit left out here in Texas that's under a severe thunderstorm warning, and that's going to be until 10 p.m. like we do here in Mississippi. This area had it at one point, and they've backed off on that. So maybe this will fade away before it makes it across the big river into the Mississippi Meridian area. A little bit of rain up here in Corinth, Mississippi, and eastern Mississippi on that east side. Stark Vegas getting some weather. This stuff here, We looked at this earlier out in Texas. I want y'all to see this. We've got several things as we just glance at what's going on. That's 81-mile-an-hour winds. That here's Centerville, Texas, is where that is. Not far from where we looked at it the last time we covered some weather. And all of these have serious winds. That's 58. This one here is running at roughly 81 miles an hour also. So strong storms as you'll look at that. And as you'll back out and look at the big picture of where this is, that's Waco is where that is. Y'all remember Waco, I'm sure. Let's get into Mississippi. We get down here to Macomb, and we're going to work our way back up from Macomb area to the Meridian area. Let's just glance at our state and see what we've got. Again, we've nothing going on at Vicksburg. If you're there, maybe you're in the Jackson, Mississippi area, that's clear. We even had some damage right here. Earlier, if you'll look at that, a funnel cloud was reported. Rotating funnel cloud. That was in Canton earlier. Boy, oh boy. Now, to my knowledge, that did not do any damage. That was a good while ago, well over an hour ago. That's to calm down in that area. All right, let's go back down here to Macomb and look at what we've got. Look at the thunderstorm activity that's going on from Macomb, Columbia, Mississippi. If you're in that area, Society Hill, you're going to have a storm within 26 minutes. Oak Val, you'll have one in 11 minutes joining you. Purvis, Mississippi, these areas right along here as you move here, which is south of Hattiesburg, Lumberton, Poplarville, these areas, a lot of storms popping in that area. We'll be at Lumberton in the next 24 minutes if you're in that area. East of Purvis, we got another storm that's moving across. It will be in Epes, Mississippi, in 15 minutes as we make our way back up. And to some of you, more familiar territory as you get toward Ellisville, there where the Jones Junior College is, and you get into Laurel. Now as we move back into Jasper, as we've mentioned this, look at that rain. As we get into Clark County, this Pachuta area, look at that there, in between there and Quitman. Let's turn on some locations and dive into this as we go to Quitman. If you're coming from the co-op, coming across, and you're getting near to where Pleasant Hill Baptist Church is there on 512, you're going to get into a pretty good little rain shower before you reach Pachuta. If you're coming out of Clark County into Jasper, headed to Rose Hill, Highway 18, y'all drive slow. I can hear the rain on top of me where I'm at now, pounding on the roof there. Good damage in Madison, Morgan said. Madison, Mississippi got a little bit there. Thundering and lightning pretty bad. And Collinsville. Arlene, too. How are you doing? Alan, watching from the Tumsuba area. Thank you. Appreciate that. I also appreciate Michael Snow joining in there. All right, as we come up here around Stonewall, things are calm at the moment. The further we get, or the northern portion of this, we got some showers there. If you're in a camper out at the lake this afternoon, if you're sitting right there at the Clarko State Park, you're going to have some rain right now. But again, as you get closer to that Lauderdale County line, the heavier it gets. As you get out here to this area where Causeyville is, where the ball field is. Heavy rain. Now, this eastern side is not under a severe thunderstorm warning at all. Doesn't mean it's not raining, does it? Lighter as we look at Newton County there at the Dollar General at Hickory. But right at that county line, when you get past Lazy Acres and this chunky area there, it's going to get intense, heavy into Meridian. As you'll look at this and study it a little closer, although right here at the split is where the severe thunderstorm warning goes back, it's heavier rain in downtown Meridian in the area that is not under the warning. That's still heavy, don't get me wrong, but downtown Meridian is being pounded on right now as we look at this. From Meridian Junior College all the way out to where the Ag Center is, down 19, Southeast High School, as you'll get in out here to the Red Fireworks Barn. Look at there. A lot of it there. Even out here at the golf course at Lakeview, we've got showers moving in there heavy. But all of downtown Meridian is being poured on. This is not the time that you want to jump out your car and try to make it into a building. You're going to get soaked. Every thread on you will be wet. 39, we've got that rain coming up there right at the ball fields. It's going to be a wet one there for you. 493, Last Chance Tobacco here at North Hill Street where McDonald's sits. Look at that rain that's coming down. Oak Tibby, the entire area across Oak Tibby, pouring rain. We got a little hole there at Northeast High School. Don't worry, it's coming your way. You'll get your rain. As we get up here around NAS Meridian, a lot of rain there. And as we get to the Sam Dale Monument, A lot of rain there. Also, Covington Fish Farms as we get back over here to Arkadelphia Baptist Church. About right there in the parking lot northward of 493, it's going to get a lot heavier there. West Lauderdale High School, West Lauderdale Road, that's heavy rain there. Now, about a mile or two in between Chet's and West Lauderdale. It's heavier there at Chet's. Lightens up a little bit there as you get to West Lauderdale area, Masonic Lodge Road, and where Jimmy Smith Road is. It loosens a little bit. But this rain is moving to the east, and there's another heavy shower that will cross over that area momentarily. 3 minutes remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning. And expect this stuff to take at least 30 minutes to get out of the county. It's not just going to blink of an eye and this rain just stop. All right, let's go down here. Here's Causeyville, this area here. Here's Red Fireworks Barn right here on top of 19. Let's look at this. And this is going to cut across where the Boy Scouts are. Barely missing the racetrack. The racetrack's going to get its rain here in a minute. But right across the road, let's dig into this. This is going to go up Alamucha Wynot Road, that area there in the next 30 minutes. Y'all are going to be heavy, heavy rain there. And again, this is sitting right past the high school. Going across where the Boy Scouts is, right there. That's where that's going to cross there at 19. Old Highway 19 Southeast, Camp Bonacci. Right there's where that storm is sitting on the edge of 19. Let's move back to this other side of the county. That's a bird's eye view of Lauderdale County. Now, as we get here, Scuba, y'all get ready. This rain is moving out of DeKalb and following Highway 16 directly toward downtown Scuba. Wahalak already getting rain. And it's going to be on the east side of the tracks in Wahalak. The dirt road side of Wahalak has already gotten its rain. It's moved to the east of there. We come down as we get out of Scuba about where the wood yard is, where Warehouser used to be. It's going to be heavy rain there all the way past the Chicken Shack through 2 Mile Bottom up to where we get to the county line. If you're there right now, it's not raining bad, but by the time you come out of Lauderdale, Kemper County toward Rouse House there in Lauderdale, you'll be getting extremely wet here in a few moments. As we go northward there on 39 toward DeKalb, up to at least 5 Tower Road, you're going to have heavy rain on that 2-lane road there. Most of Lauderdale County, just that barely eastern side, east of Lauderdale, east of where Oak Tibby, I got messed up on that one down. Dalewood, those areas have light rain right now. But again, it's moving your way. You're going to get your fair share of the rain before it's over. Very moderate here in Newton County now. Again, you have to get right here to Highway 19, Freeman's Tractor, right at the reservoir at Oak Tibby for that to pick back up. And then the further east you go down 20. This is just following 20 all the way to the state line at this point of heavy, heavy, heavy rain. Now, as we look at this, we have 1 minute remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning. I would almost think that they would have already extended the eastern side if they were going to keep this. So it looks as though they'll probably let this expire here in the next few moments. Let's check this. We want to talk about power outages and see what we've got now. I hadn't brought that up on this broadcast since we sat down. We still have a good bit of folks without power as we pull this up. Not as many as before, but we're looking at, let me zoom in on this where you can see. One in the Enterprise area down in there. We've got around 40 people out in the Wynot area still without power. As we get closer into town, we're going to have about 13 right here on Highway 19, Highway 496 area. No fun if you're one of those. Up near Dalewood, we've got about 7 without power now. And I guarantee you what all of this is limbs that have been popping, slowly popping. Overall, we've got roughly 153 without power right now between Lauderdale, Clark. As we get up here to the Louisville area, we've got about 12 people at Louisville without power if you're watching me from there tonight. No fun, is it? No, it's not. Kewanee, Jeff said, is pouring rain there now. All right, as we look at that, and let me go back over here and see if we've got any updates from the National Weather Service that I needed to look at. Jones County, Jones Junior College, at 5:53 damage report. A large oak tree blown across Reed Road near Bethel Baptist Church. And again, that's going to be Jones County which is due south of our area there. Strong thunderstorm will impact northern Clark and Lauderdale counties through 8:15. So it gives us a timeline, and let me just see what that has to say here, what we're looking at. Strong thunderstorm impacting portions of northern Clark and Lauderdale County through 8:15. Radar was tracking the thunderstorm over Meridian, moving east at 45 miles an hour. Gusts were up to 50 miles an hour, and we are seeing some hail with this. I'm sure that y'all have felt that. Radar indicated what we've got is gusty winds, able to knock down trees. Marion is moving through there, Causeyville, and we should have this at Toomsuba about right now in the Kewanee area, as we just had somebody comment, should be getting it right now around 8:05. That falls right into that of what the National Weather Service had to say on that. Let me see if they've updated anything else. Let's see, marginal risk. Now, we're also a chicken house. Where is it? Smith County, southwest, west of here. Smith County, we had chicken houses damaged. A trailer, also a mobile home, and trees were blown down near County Road 502 in Smith County. We had some damage there. Let me click here and see what we've got here, that what they're predicting. Now, let me do this, because we're going to have another round of this tomorrow. We're going to have another round of this on Monday also. Almost got there. Here's my Jackson forecast as we'll pull this up. Let's look at tomorrow. Let me go back here and pull this up. Now, tomorrow, we're looking at a level 1 as it was here today. To the west, we had a level 2, but here we are for tomorrow. Expect this tomorrow, and this is going to be northern Clark County also tomorrow. All of Lauderdale, all of Newton. This will carry up through Philadelphia, Louisville, Columbus Air Force Base, and then when you get in that northern portion of the state, Tunica, the Delta, you'll jump to a level 2 all the way to the state line. Now, Monday, pretty much the same. This is going to take in portions of Neshoba County, southern Kemper County, all of Lauderdale, Clark. This is on Monday afternoon. Most of these are all falling under the afternoon time. That's 2 to 10 p.m. is what we're looking at. Now, just when you think, well, we're getting out of that, what do we have? They're already predicting, look at this, of what we've got for heat stress coming up next week, telling us that we should have heat indexes in the Meridian area of about 105. Look at that, Lauderdale County, almost all of Clark. Now, as this pushes, this is probably going to be pushed over into Kemper as well. But what we've got here in the Brookhaven area, McGee, Vicksburg areas, you'll see that coming right up to Jackson. They could have heat indexes up to 110 next week. So we've got strong weather at the beginning of the week, and then it's going to be hot, miserable. I don't know if you felt it today. We're outside any, but it was horrible. That where you can't catch your breath. Now, as we update this, we're now sitting at 8:04. I ran my mouth a little long. I know. I'm sorry about that. The severe thunderstorm warning has expired as we pull radar back up. Here's what we've got. Still, we've got heavy rain from Scuba, Mississippi, down Highway 45, Daleville area, all of this down over the city limits of Meridian right now. It is pouring rain. Pouring. But the good news is that has expired. We're going to be watching this. All of this area here, pink, is under a thunderstorm watch until 10 p.m. tonight. It's kind of a wrap of what we've got so far. And I'm looking back over here. Any other questions? Zero area. Several of y'all mentioned that y'all have got some rain coming over the zero area. Let's see here. Making sure I hadn't skipped something. Madison, Mississippi, how are you? Let's see. Yeah, I think we answered most of the questions. We're out. At this point, what we need to watch, we're watching the southern portion of the state, more storms as it comes across. Again, this is that time of year where these thunderstorms can pop up out of nowhere. Through 10 p.m., we could have that. We'll be here. We'll watch it closely for you to keep you updated with the very latest. I can't thank y'all enough for joining me and being a part of this. As always, you can inbox us with a question. We'll do our very best to answer that and get you the information to you as accurately as we can. Oh, Ethel wanting to save something here. She'll occasionally do that and make a little noise to let me know that she's done her job. Thank you. God bless you. And we'll be back as always. Odie will be with me Monday morning as well. Don't miss the morning show. And thank each and every one of you for being a part of this. I do. We'll see you soon.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: